I think even though he didn't draw the box form in there, this box form of the pelvis here is very clear just by defining how these lines, every line here, if you look, there isn't a single line here that is a contour. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Instead of drawing a contour, let's say, I don't know how to draw this upside down, but rather than tracing a contour or copying a contour, we as artists should create our own kind of a combination, like a synthesis of both of those. But I still think you could take that and get a lot of structure. This is another kind of great loose way, even though this is an unclear drawing that is like very vague, still very sculptural, it's three-dimensional.
It sculpture.
Feels like form, right? So I think if you pay attention, the reason that approach, that look is achieved is because the artist is thinking three-dimensionally. They're thinking every line is going around. These lines on the shoulder are feeling that muscle. They're not just describing it in a shape. They're pretending the pencil is running over. Here, the drapery is flowing like over. So we feel it. And I don't think we want these drawings do look pretty dead. And I don't think we should want our drawing to look dead. But I think that if you wanted to take this and translate it into another form, whether that was words, whether that was sculpture, you could do it. And I think the end goal, now this is kind of a contradictory statement, because I think the end goal in making a picture is to make something undescribable. Because if you can say it in words, what's the point? You want to say something that can only ever be said as a drawing. But in order to do that, I think we have to use the vocabulary we already have and think about words, and then say, how do we communicate this in a way that you couldn't communicate with words? This is just one way of containing the form. And now we've just got kind of an outline, right? We've got an idea of where the form starts and ends. And now let's say, okay, I want to make this clear. So I'm going to look for anatomical landmarks that I can see. So I see a corner of the rib cage. And I'm just going to draw this in because I know it's there, but you guys will learn this later. But you were asking about the side of the box. The back of your opening at the top of your neck is higher than the front. And we're not drawing the rib cage the way it is. We're going to simplify it because you've got floating ribs. We don't need floating ribs. We just need the volume.